So, who's the most popular player here in the King's Casino? The guy who owns the place? The one getting everyone drinks? The darts legend? Or the new guy at the table? The online phenom? Yes, people, the man, the legend, Isildur is at the table. No less than Viktor Blom at last sits down in the big game Razvedov No Limit. He did participate earlier in the Omaha action, but looks like he's come to play here, buying in for a cool 80,000 euros. He's running out of time, though. There's not long left in this cash game. Well, not until we turn the cameras off, anyway. I guess with King's Casino owner Leon Sukernick sat at the table, this game will actually end when Leon says it does. And he has a bit of work to do himself, 35,000 in the hole. But let's get to the action. Commentary comes from James Dempsey and myself, Jesse Mann.
Oh, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh my God. When did we start to play?
5.
He looks pretty fresh, actually.
Oh,
I mean, what thoughts are going through his head? He's thinking,
9 hours of
can
play.
this be real? Am I really in a game like this? Are they really drinking?
You know, he killed himself.
Is there really 4 people at this table who I have never seen before? Which obviously means they can't play No Limit Holdem as well as me.
So Rob's back. We have a 1600 straddle back. Steffan's pumping it up to 4,000. Isildur's waking up from a dream.
He's thinking, yum, yum. I think you're absolutely right, Harvey. That's exactly what he's thinking.
Bye-bye, Van Gogh.
3.
Bye-bye.
I could have taken everything, but I didn't want to.
You've been very nice to me.
I was.
Yeah,
you
you
bet
was.
15K.
You was very
what
nice
should
to
I
me.
do? I have a set.
But what can I do? You've been very nice to me, Liam. Very nice.
Rob says, that's fine. What is it, 4,000? Yeah, I can play that. I got a 10-3. They're suited. Steffen can't believe his luck at this stage.
Yeah. It's really a strong, but it's very sorry.
And not much of a flop, but to be fair, not much of a hand to start with, Rob. He knows.
3K.
Very good.
Sounds ridiculous.
Sam,
Sounds bad. Yes.
I think you are done. You have to go one more.
I'm drunk.
You're enjoying?
You're like 3, 4 whiskeys behind.
Really?
And 5 wines.
Come on. Tell you
You
what,
do your first one.
you do both of these and then we're even. You drink both of these and then you're even.
People
yeah?
would call that a donk bet. Some people would call it advanced strategy. Some people would call, well, if you can't try, you can't win.
Water.
Are you
Some
drinking
people would say, if you don't try, you'll never win.
That doesn't look
And
like
Steffen, of course, just calling.
By drinking
one.
Chivas.
Aberdeen.
No, now we drink together.
No, enough.
No?
Can't
Why?
drink. You can't drink anymore. It's good like that. Is enough? We can go and have a party after.
Always a weak queen. Always.
Enough.
Steffen has played Rob
So can I
perfect
have double espresso?
virtually so far.
Espresso now.
All day today's
So I
been
have
very
one
trappy
wine.
against Rob. That's the strategies come in with.
Waiter, please.
And when you play trappy, you have to make a lot of calls.
Ah, it's Rob and Steffen. Round 5.
Oh, God. Showdown.
10 high.
It is round 5, and I think Sam might point out that the score is now 5-0.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a little needle there from Steffen. What 10 high? The 10 high straight?
Yes, thanks.
Never wanted to be there.
What is that? I want to play with you.
I never
We
quit.
can go and drink.
I never quit.
6 of
What?
I'll never quit poker.
He's
I
never.
love poker.
He's not drinking
I know.
away.
8.
I know what it
It's okay.
Silvander is 2,000.
is. A little bit of water.
Water, this.
I can beat you guys drunk.
I can beat you guys drunk, Sam.
Who said that Sam say
Sam said that.
3, 4.
We cannot afford it.
I can't, that's true actually.
That's
Let's swap a set.
No, I can at the minute. Maybe not if it carries on like this, but cryptos are up, so I can. Crypto goes down. then
Sam made this 2,000, am I right?
I believe so.
With the Jack Deuce.
Rob with a flush draw, Liam with top pair. And the backdoor flush draw, Isildur open ender. Sam with
I was happy.
scabby gut shot.
You happy?
I was happy for a second. You told me they were up, but no.
Wow, they're up from 6K.
Well, yeah, but that didn't happen
One
today.
call.
I don't look that often.
Check 4,000 on Isildur. I guess you got a call here? No?
Pointless, right?
Not interested.
No, it's
Just for a deuce, basically.
yeah. You're basically calling for a deuce, and even then it's hard to get paid.
I always call that 4,000 bet. It's too tempting.
Casino owner versus casino owner.
Owner on owner crime.
2 casino owners. How does it
I want to
feel
own a casino. It looks fun.
to be a casino owner?
Terrible.
What about 5,000 investment?
5, bet 5.
And again, Leon's
I'll give you 5,000.
protecting
It's a good
bets.
investment. I don't waste it.
Right, sure. A lot of outs here for Rob.
What about
That
5,000?
was more like one of Victor's outs.
Yeah.
Or Sam Trickett's.
That's a tough one.
Does you ever get one every week?
No, he's not. He did.
Rob,
Yeah.
they're still
Good
doing, yeah.
stuff, Rob.
Every Friday, they're still doing.
I mean, Rob plays a 7 this
I
way.
give you 5,000.
Good games there.
Of course, the last time Leon did one of these bets on the river.
5 call.
Wow.
Hi.
Showdown, please.
Wow.
Oh yeah, dude, it's cool.
Wow. Rob owned.
Casino owner tried to bluff casino owner.
Talk
Amazing.
me
It's
into
so,
it.
so similar to
That's
the
why I go back to bluff.
Rule number one,
previous
you
hand
never
with
bluff
Rob racing on the
casino
river.
owner.
Talk me into it. Get 5,000.
I talked you into it, of course. I'm the talker. I think you talk yourself in. 5,000?
I don't know.
You finished, yeah.
He gave you sweet present. Yes.
It's the same last night.
No feeling as good as stacking chips unless you can needle someone at the same time.
Position
But,
Your friends are good.
final stages here of this party poker big game, and that is exactly what Michael Van Gerwen wanted to start with. He hasn't really had trouble getting on
1,000.
when he's had a good hand.
I tried to get
Van
it.
Gerwen's main problem has been
Needs to be with family.
called the turn in the river.
I believe, because you always play it.
Yeah, 7 does news, you know. It's painful. Nobody believes.
I believe, because you always play it.
Yeah, 7 does news, you know. 7 does news, nobody believes.
1 check, 2 check.
Look, 2, 3.
1 bet 1,000.
There's a murderer's row there. Viktor Blom, Leon Sukernick, and Rob Yong. One man's garbage is another man's gold. It could be your dream, actually, to have those 3 sitting on your right.
1 bet.
It could be something you never want to repeat. Michael Van Gerwen,
No.
if the flops keep coming like
Jack
this, he'd be very happy.
Ah, that makes sense.
How much is Sam in for?
I'm trying.
I mean, when are you starting counting from?
I've kept him
Well, if we start from the day he was born, he's doing all right.
You know,
generous customer.
Hey, two
The
tickets.
flop
Hey,
went well for his hand.
there's tickets for the darts.
Gonna get
Yes,
front
but I'm-
row at the darts now. Front row.
Yeah, you can sit on the stage.
Could have made you fold them for a bigger battle.
None a million years.
Got about 3 hours more
He never folds any
of
amount.
this big game from the King's Casino in Razvedov.
You're back on this. Oh, no, you put 40K more.
It's okay. Not complaining.
How much you play, Steffen?
Purpose.
60.
I'm in for 60.
Just tripled up. Easy life.
On the top.
100,000. Not a bad day's work.
It's not over yet. There's some sharks waiting with more chips.
Leon.
1, 2, 3.
Purpose. 6 raise 1,000. 7 plus.
Oh.
So we've been playing for 9 hours. Here at the TV thing.
Last days I always went to bed at 1. It's tough. So I need more beer to stay awake.
No straddle.
Sam is actually drawing dead. He's not just drawing thin, he's drawing dead.
In the end.
But that doesn't mean he can't win the pot.
Some fun last night.
Somewhere between the most ill-conceived desperation bluff
Shouldn't this thing go for
of
those?
this entire evening. And
Check.
well, we'll get a chance to see who can outplay the rest because nobody's got nothing. It looks of intense conversation. Queen high right now, the best, but
7,000.
13,000 out there, so that's a fairly sizable bet.
8 pass,
More than
1
half
pass.
pot. But that will take it down. In fact, he won with the best hand there. Queen high, but it was still a very decent bluff.
Position 6, straddle 400.
King's Casino and the big game. He's the greatest darts player in history.
7 raise.
One of two anyway.
1 pass.
And he's probably the greatest combined darts and poker player ever. Michael Van Gerwen there, not having a great time tonight.
Yes, it is.
But not a bother on him.
I do believe you. That's the problem.
Did 7 days in Vegas last summer for the darts championship out there, but Van Gerwen got a little poker in during that time as well. Well, the first
What's the
part
rule? Don't
of
bluff casino on us?
Steffen's mission is complete. Get head up, or three-way in position against Rob and Leon. And then obviously,
Part
flop
two's
the
going pretty
best-
well.
yes, part two's going very well.
Now, part 3. Get Leon to put lots of chips in with the worst hand.
5 folds, 12.
Yeah, and Rob's calling with his gut shot.
Wonder if Steffen even knows where he's at.
I think he's pretty confident he's ahead here. And that's not a bad card. I can see him and Rob are splitting now. Leon's picked up a flush draw.
I say he has. God, a spade would be dastardly.
Spade would be kind of fun.
Do it, baby.
Wow.
5 check.
Can they both check a straight back?
6 bet.
I mean, Rob could certainly have a flush here, right?
Yeah, he could.
7,
So, and
5 fold, showdown.
Steffen had to call Rob. but
Papa, papa.
Gimme, gimme, gimme.
The ribbon got bet.
That's a big pot.
Yeah, a lovely little pop.
Me.
Ashkan Fatahi has cashed out a 115,000 winner from a 20,000 buy-in, and with Ashkan gone, Steffen Sontheimer is now back atop this table, building a tidy profit for the second time. Remember, he lost it all the first time round. And with Ashkan's departure, it means we welcome another new player to this table, online legend Ronnie Kaiser sitting down.
Leon made
He's
flush, yeah?
cleaning up in the last hour and a half is Leon Sukernick, king of his own domain.
Never bluff casino on there.
There was no bluff. Yeah. There was no bluff.
It's top pair.
I had also nice hand.
Everyone had a nice hand.
Nice hand.
Mine was the worst. I was drawing dead.
It was tough to win.
He was worse than drawing dead. He was drawing dead and got there.
Yeah.
I'm winning the game.
Yeah, Jack 7. I know you had that.
I can hit
Yeah,
Jack.
yeah.
Good shot.
Drawing thin.
There he is,
There he
Mr.
is.
Ronnie Kaiser.
Snuck in there. It's hard to sneak anywhere wearing an orange jumpsuit.
Well, prison.
Yeah.
I go all in.
You could really blend in prison.
I thought about call raising. You won't fold your flush draw. In a pair.
Can you imagine?
Doesn't help.
And if Isildur thought he was in a good spot, how good a spot does he think Ronnie Kaiser thinks he's in?
No?
It's looking. Even Steffen's drinking. He's thinking.
Last time I played
Ronnie,
Oh wow.
it's 2 card game. You know that?
Last time I played
Hey, Ronnie.
tournament.
Ronnie
This was the last
Kaiser.
time I played Holdem.
Tournament.
Ronnie
We have
Kaiser.
a tournament here.
So
Going on.
last time I played Holdem was when I won the tournament in
We
Barcelona.
have some money there, right?
Yes, we still have some money.
So that is interesting. I mean, I didn't realize that, but I'm sure it's true that Ronnie is almost exclusively an Omaha player, and Holdem is not his comfort zone.
Yeah, that's what I understand to be the case.
I by the way, was a bit confused. I had confused yesterday Ronnie with Benny Spindler, I realized.
Interesting there. Finally, Stefan giving Sam a bit of his own medicine. Sam raised it up. Rob called. Stefan pulled the squeeze.
Sorry?
Where's football?
No idea.
I haven't seen him.
You know, Sam is.
Played 25.
I think Sam is
He played here.
extremely feeling the effects of the whiskey.
And went
And,
to the spot.
you know, usually in this kind of spot, you expect someone to just dump all their
I think
money
it's
away.
like a daily spa average of 4 hours or something.
What do you think? Is Sam vulnerable to going broke here, or is he still dangerous, even
He has high
on
risk
a
of
little bit of a
falling
whiskey
asleep in the
buzz?
No, yeah, he's giving a lot of loose action, but for small amounts. I think he's. I think if he gets his chips in, he's going to be a firm favourite. This isn't the first time Sam would have played where he's in a game where everyone's drinking and he has to kind of keep up in the drinking front.
Right.
30 you can do, but
Anyway, Isildur fans, here comes your man.
we have control.
I count myself in that group.
Yeah, it's no problem.
And
You go to spot here?
Ankin not going to
Do you know
fold.
how hot
Okay.
is it in the Finnish sauna up there?
Calls. I mean, this would be a little bit too loose.
Very nice with the view.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not a bad card for Isildur.
Fantastic.
I went there this
Backdoor
after
flush
passing
draw,
the second
both
bullet
players?
today.
Yeah, you
I went there and I was in the pool, like this kind of chairs inside the pool with the whoop
Yeah.
and watching the
Both players now
Olympic
turn a
games.
gut
That
shot
was
to
kinda
go with
nice
their pair.
detailed.
Well,
Olympic Games not, is it?
Isildar's pair, Ankin's ace high.
Games not
Yeah, what?
Olympic Games.
Yeah.
I had expected him to
Winter,
bet
yeah,
there.
second day.
Why would he check the second time?
UK is not doing too well.
Oh, winter.
I guess you feel like he just has the best hand. Yeah, and he checks it back. He's just assuming he wins.
Not informed.
Right?
Oh, look at that. It was like quite a big deal. Like North Korean and South Korean people like
No
going in
better
together
hands
and
will
like
fold, no worse
South Korea,
hands will call. That's why you check.
more
Yeah.
politic stuff.
I mean, obviously there's an argument, especially when the ball comes like that, for protection.
What about skiing?
Skiing?
Winter Olympic.
Yeah.
What about skiing?
They have mountains there.
With snow, is that true?
Purpose.
Massage?
Ronnie's got the straddle on. And
It's like the action's on Leon, but he's having a chat with Rob at the moment.
not for the first time.
And the rule of the game is, if you own a casino, they wait for you to have your chat before they disturb you to play the hand. And I think that's the way it should be.
Leon.
Leon has still never yet had the clock called on him in this casino, and you know, some would say it's an amazing coincidence.
7 raise 1,000. 8 for 1 does.
Cool 1K. I feel like Steffen was making this play to about 12 to 1400 earlier in the night. He's kind of dialed down his raise sizes.
Yeah, maybe, especially with the, this is a really interesting hand actually. Look at this, we've got actual on over. Ankin top 2, Steffen open-ender, Ronnie the nut flush draw.
To check.
This could be a big pot. But you're right, he's I think probably accepted that he's better off playing these hands multi-way for a small amount and then trying to thin the field because it just doesn't work.
The isolation.
Yeah,
And he's
you're going to go
picked off
multi-way.
by Sam, and yeah.
So just play good
go
hands
higher?
that do well multi-way, and the smaller you make
go
it, the
higher?
easier it is to score 3-bets.
Usually raise 4,200.
Good raise by Ankin, right? He's got a bunch
Yeah.
of 2 people behind him.
Four-way pot.
Once you've decided you're not really interested in trying to take the lead and push others out with the king high flush draw, I mean, you basically want as many people in as possible.
Exactly. When you make your hand, you make the nuts.
So, I mean, raising would be rather insane.
I mean, raising's good if he thinks Ankin's raising with a hand that might fold.
So I call.
Here we go. What's the gin card? I guess it's, you know, 5 of clubs.
Reverse.
Does give Ronnie a... Oh, no, I thought to give Ronnie a pair. Doesn't give Ronnie a pair. He's got king 3 of clubs, not king 4.
It almost gives Ankin a chance to put these guys out of the pot.
Yeah. Thing is, he doesn't want to lose the action against what he perceives might be Steffen's, you know, ace king, ace queen, ace jack, something like that. At the same time, he's got to be worried about what Ronnie was calling with. And of course, you asked before, you know, what hands Ronnie could have. He could be trapping with hands like sets as well, when he does cold call these raises.
If Ronnie does call here, I think Steffen gets priced in. Now that he's fold, neither of them are priced.
No, yeah. Well, I mean, Ankin only had 11,000 back, so once he bet that, they were both done. Nice little pick up there for Ankin. Start of the rush. The 4 a.m. rush. Why not?
It's got to come sooner or later.
And, can we get one of these massage girls to the to the booth?
It's quite reasonable. Although, if you want to be massaged in Chivas, that is a bit pricier.
Welcome back to the King's Casino and the final exchanges of the big game Razvedov. Still time to make a move, still time to get rich or go broke. Let's get back to the action.
No? He's cheeky. He just refused to straddle against Waddy.
Because with this much money in play,
He's always training, so it
any
doesn't matter
pot
for me anyway.
can be the biggest pot you've ever seen. Too tall to jump over anyway.
6 raise, 2,000.
String bet.
7. Oh,
And that is
Doesn't count.
it's a fairly big raise for a fairly bad hand. But anyway, the 10-3 suited for 2K. Tuna going to take a little look in.
Nice flop, please.
Ronnie's in.
At least Tuna's on the button.
Four,
6, 4, 9.
Sam Trickett's not.
Rob, change please.
4 ways here. 8,000 already.
Anything they miss is good.
4 players.
Sam with a gutter. Rob top 2. Here we go. 5 for action. Well, Sam and Rob both got hearts in their hand as well, so for 5 of hearts would be fun.
Ankin. It is a biggish bet for the pot. And I think, yes.
Now, Sam kind of has a decision here. He can definitely check raise the spot. And sure enough, he does.
15,000.
Which is the beginning of a whole lot of hassle.
Yeah, I think probably think he's bluffing. Maybe have a hand like ace 10, king 10,
Hey, Philipp, man.
4 5, ace 4, ace 5, a hand like that.
40K in the pot. If it don't come a 5, Sam's going to have...
Oh, the 5 of hearts, the card we wanted to see.
You're good.
The nuts
You
with
are
a flush
good.
draw
You
against
are
2
good.
pair and a flush draw.
And
this could be the one.
by the way, I mean, Sam has been trying to lock Rob up since, you know, probably since like January. But as you said, Rob's got a flush draw as well.
So, barring a heart 10 or 3.
And are you surprised that Rob just called here?
I think he just thinks he's got such a lock on the hand. There's no point in raising.
If it comes a heart. If it comes a heart. Sam's actually got the nuts here.
Yeah. So whether how much Sam decides to go for here.
I mean, will he be aware that he can bet big here? What you
Well-
know, what should influence his decision?
Well, so Rob's raised his hand pre, so and he's called a check raise and called a turn bet. So I'm guessing Sam would assume he has something like an overpair or ace 10.
60,000.
Rob, yeah, snap calls and that's that.
I mean, it was a reasonable bet, but it certainly wasn't ginormous.
No, Sam's probably expecting Rob to have more 1 pair hands than anything else on a 10-3 deuce 5-9 run out. You know, barring 10-9 obviously would be the most likely 2 pair.
200,000, 208,200 in this pot. I don't offhand remember a bigger pot.
That's our biggest pot tonight, yeah.
I think it is.
Biggest pot of the night indeed, or the no limit Holdem night at least. It doesn't supersede the 420,000 euro pot we had last night in the Omaha action. Going for a long time, but I'm not sure these kids are done yet, and who knows what we might close out with.
I mean, there is a certain kind of tradition in some big cash games where when it gets towards the end, they all just put their chips in blind. Give the big losers a chance to get even. And
I think he made the joke.
just have this feeling that if you ask Sam Trickett, Michael Van, well, there's at least 4 guys here who would just take a flip for the heck of it.
Okay, we did it.
And why not?
Doesn't matter. It's already the cards are down. You know.
I think you'll find that when the stakes go up to this sort of thing, no matter how friendly the game starts for the last hour, it is going to finish in a cavalcade of teams.
Well, the good thing is we're going to see a fair number of 1600 straddles in a game like this. And in fact, 32 is when when Rob and Leon sat next to each other. I imagine Ronnie's smart enough to know that if he puts a 16 on, he can get 32 and 64 behind him and just start shoving a stack in.
Right.
So we could see all sorts of carnage in this last hour.
120,000 or 500 euro.
You should think about it.
Not a good spot for MVG.
No, this pot's already 6,500.
Yeah, and they'll just be playing this cooling down. Sam's been so aggressive, especially the last 2-3 hours.
Imagine if you just said call. That's why I said that.
I mean, he's pipped here, so
Yeah,
does have outs.
He does have outs. He could hit jack.
Or deuce.
8 or deuce for a chop.
Bet 6,000.
Oops, it aces.
Please don't die.
I would guess that you really can't get away from it now, and the river, depending on what happens on the river, he may have options.
Yeah, there's plenty of bad rivers that will slow down the action, and that's little does he know, but that's what MVG needs here.
Kind of unclear if Sam has him pinpointed to an ace with a worse kicker or not.
Yeah, I think he's pretty sure. Maybe thought maybe a king, but probably an ace.
One bet 16,000.
Yep, he's gone for the whole load. And, you know, as aggressive and everything as Sam has been, is there a fold here?
Sit
No,
two
he's
call.
called.
Showdown.
By the hair of his chinny chin chin. The game goes on. Tattered soldiers. Sam Trickett has
Leon with the
gone for the 12-hour massage. Looks like he's got everything but tea tree oil involved.
Yeah. Does he still play?
Yeah.
Got the gigs,
He's always commentating.
And the straddle.
He's always on the commentary.
And here comes Sam. What has he got? A big raise.
On the commentary.
Ace
Get
9.
knocked down early.
You did clock this a little.
Michael's all
He's
in.
got to be all in. You did clock this before though that you know if Leon just wings it here, he's had something when he's done that.
Yeah.
Love to see him flat it.
He's made a sizable raise. MVGing life.
It's called protection, Michael.
Yeah.
It's not exactly the best protection in the world, but that's good, huh?
Well, has Leon just flat? No, that was all raised. Okay. Sam's folding. We haven't seen what the raise is, but irrelevant at this point because Sam folded. It's just the two of them left.
I need an ace.
Michael Van Gerwen all in and trailing.
Until he hits an ace. Just keep going until an ace comes.
Keep going until he hits an ace.
Until an ace comes, keep going.
First card ace, please.
And no help so far.
10.
That was a great line.
He's never going to hit, is
Ace. I think that's the white flag. Well done, boys. Sorry, man. See you in a bit.
Alas, we bid farewell to MVG, who more than held his own, I think, but ultimately was surrounded by a lot of good players. But as one character departs, another one arrives, but a few hands left, and Philipp Gruissem wants in on the action. Well, who wouldn't? There's over €1.5 million on this table.
I always enjoy it.
You just gotta enjoy life. Don't overthink, don't overcomplicate. When you have quads, just call, because you have
When he's talking slowly, especially someone who's not French like you, it's so nice to understand.
Yeah.
Sam's really going on hard on Philbert here.
Philipp, where are you?
when you have 100%. Okay, let me check.
Philipp, your turn.
Philipp, your turn.
I'm out.
All right, so this,
Look at this
I have
millionaire
enjoyed
guy.
myself
Yeah.
immensely these last 2 days.
€500,000 right on
You
the
feel
table,
like you get to
something
know
else.
these players in ways you never do before.
Yeah. It almost feels like the part of they got no idea we're back in doing this though. You feel like you go out and carry on the conversation, but we're not actually part of it. You know? We're like, what are you talking about?
You so much, you can get me right now.
Good spot here for Leon's made it 4,000. Sam scored and he's found jacks and won the blinds. Leon's not in the mood to fold. He just folded the ace-4. Got made to look silly, so he's like, no more folding. Sam kind of has to call after Leon's call.
Because Leon's so deep.
Yeah.
This is my fault.
He's obviously
It's great
bad
news
call
for
against
Philip.
Philip.
It's great news for
Yeah.
Philip. Sam set mining against his 3 big blinds back.
Yeah.
How much do you have?
32.
Fortune favours the brave.
It's coming in for Leon.
go.
This could be a
This is my
huge
flop.
pot. I mean, it already is a
That's my
€55,000 pot.
My fingers are crossed for ace 4 5.
It's Philbert with half pot back.
Which is a great spot for
7
Philip. He's only been
deuce,
here
never
5
lose.
minutes.
Yeah. And that's the kind of flop he was after.
No Dewey from St. Louis.
One. Check.
What shall I do? What shall I do?
Yes.
He chose the 2-handed approach as
Yeah,
opposed to
I
the
like it.
one-handed
Play with
shove.
Philip.
But,
And
This stage.
How much is this?
32 something. Best question on the table.
No, I know.
I have shit, but how much is this?
Yeah, but
He convinced himself he's up against just an ace high,
be funny if I call him and get-
800.
but no,
With
yeah,
the deuces.
this would
That's
be a
5
poor call.
I've got the deuces.
32, 8.
5 high.
I have the deuces. You made it 18-3. What did I call you? You made 4,000.
It obviously.
I mean, he does shovel his ace king, ace queen hands that he's squeezed up with, but he also
Exactly what you were saying before, yeah.
But he is also squeezing up kind of like all the good pairs. There's not, you know, 10s, 8s plus really, even 7s plus. There's more combinations of pairs than there are of.
Right. I mean, you know, he's in bad shape, but he is getting what, like 5-2 on this pot. I mean, it's
nearly, yeah, a bit closer to 3-1, but. The problem is when he does call, he's still only 75% against ace king and
right
10% when he's. Well, a little bit, 10% because I guess that's
not aces.
hard to
It's
remove.
not aces or kings.
Ace, queen, ace,
10%, sorry, that's right.
king.
I'm getting tired myself.
Like a 15 or a 13, 14 maybe with aces or kings. So it's like
Why? You call deuces, so why should you not make it?
I mean, Sam's got good instincts about this. I think, you know, it's close. With the range and the price, he knows it's not a million miles away.
He's trying to take aces and kings out of his range because of the 3-bet size. There's a valid point there.
The plan is call, hoping you're ahead, find out you're behind, dog
hit.
him.
got the backdoor straight draw, I guess.
He's got the backdoor straight draw.
Er hat Zweier, das hat er gesagt. Das ist bestimmt.
If he waits much longer, he'll get a text and tell him that he's got jacks. Think long, think wrong.
Schönes Böttchen, ne? Ball.
Go.
Yeah, you got it.
Showdown, please. Without showdown?
Go, go, go.
You need to show.
Oh, slow roll, you slow
I
roll.
need to see.
Once or twice?
I'm going with
Play
it.
if you don't.
Okay.
Yes,
twice,
must
yeah.
be
I'm out from the
showdown,
table.
Once, yeah, once.
Thank you.
Jacks, yeah, I was worried about jacks. See, it wasn't aces, kings or queens.
One time.
There's more combos of aces, king and ace, queen.
You burned already. Just.
Jack. Deuce. Oh, ace, queen, lose too. Yeah, 50-50 call. Jacks 10, jacks 10s or ace, king?
And eight.
Ace, queen.
But I mean, he had 10s before. How unlikely would it be for him to?
Casinos don't have clocks.
Something back here.
Philipp Gruissem knows. Time is nearly up for this game, though.
Don't do it. Red, flashing red. It's getting good.
These guys, do these guys look like fine athletes, or do they look like they are done?
Must be a really good hand. Yeah.
He's balanced.
Sondheim's smiling, but he can barely move an eyelash. Tuna's sleeping. Tuna is asleep. This man will not play his best poker during this hand. Let's all agree.
Mr. Ronnie Kaiser, ladies and gentlemen. 19 million online.
Little chance here for Steffen maybe to pad his pockets a wee bit more before he leaves.
On 7 different accounts.
Ack him with the 10-9 suited.
Did he change his name?
It seems like we're missing a letter. I'm pretty sure it's Anken, and
We had
10
it
minutes
wrong.
before the end.
No, his name has always been Akin because they've been apparently we've been mispronouncing it. Oh
Wow.
boy!
There's all sorts of scenarios where this goes in. I imagine it's going to go bet call
Let's
because
just change
Akin
his,
hasn't got too aggressive with his draws.
let's just change his name to Toast.
What happens if no one joins
Cheeky
the
check.
table? You're just paying rate, aren't you?
Ronnie the collude.
Hard for him not to bet when checked too.
What happens if he's playing on his 3 accounts and the rate's just taking all his money?
It's the only way you can win 19 million on that. You can't possibly win that.
I'm glad I found out that Akin's last name is Tuna, or else how could we say the tuna melt?
Oh, wow.
They like the pain themselves, you know.
Steffen
stupid things, you know.
laying his trap.
and then I
Check
can give
again.
the pan.
Imagine on
Give it
pretty much
forward-
every turn.
Forward the pan.
You deserve all praise.
That one is going to get him in some trouble.
999.
I think,
It's going to be check raise, isn't it?
I think if
You
I
have
bet
to
it,
check
you
raise,
just have to
right?
check raise because he's only got 41k back, so anything he bets,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
may even lead by the looks of it. No, he can't.
Lead because you don't want to give him a free card with any diamond and a pair, or to pocket pair diamonds, something like that.
Yeah, but I mean that is an argument you could make. Is the way Akin's played, he hasn't barreled too many times.
You know better. You shouldn't shit there.
But no, you should play it as a check, and he has. And Steffen's going to be a little bit worried because, like I say, Akin hasn't, you know, bet off too many times in these spots that we've seen. But his hand's so strong.
Well, even if you're never ever folding the river, or you're folding the river if the diamond hits.
That's not a bad one. No, I mean, you're still better off playing as a check call than it is a raise just because you allow him to bluff. But at the same time, he's just not liking it as you would against lots of other people.
We might put it to the board tomorrow that we should sack him for playing this hand this bad.
And this is Akin's going to shove here, and that's that.
I think we should,
Bad for him.
Snap call.
I think we should put big late.
Just like us, we had a cooler, there is one.
Right? He just flops the nuts.
Trying to get us
Yeah.
with the fucking king.
Poor guy.
And that's a really rough way to end because he's had some really great flashes, Akin. But at the end of the day, I just think he was too unlucky in key spots to ever make anything happen.
He's like Vito.
I mean, he lost that one. He lost the big one with Isildur as well when he flopped top pair and flush draw, and Isildur had overs in the flush draw.
So now,
Go all in for 100,000 on the flop, right? Just look like you don't have it. I want to be balanced. I want to.
I want to be balanced.
The times I want to show up with 3-4 here, I'm gonna go all in for 1 million.
3-4 flush draw and open trick.
I want to be able to jam my 3-4 here, so I'm gonna go all in with my
I
top
just want
set.
to shave his moustache off.
2 hours to describe.
I can dodge 2 hours. It's okay.
I feel like there's a TV show in here somewhere where we just get
I like to gamble, you know.
Phil, Steffen, and a drunk Sam, and just put them in a room and let them
Give me
chat.
aces, then I show you how to play home.
Right, but Isildur has to be there too. He doesn't have to talk, but he has to be there.
Well, he gets them every 20 minutes. So maybe.
Ace queen suited, ace king off, and queens and kings.
3200 straddle is on. Stefan finds ace king in the first spot
Aces and
yet
ace
again.
queen off is the open race.
And Nationals will get around to Rob, and I'm not going to try and guess what he'll do.
I got my ranges sorted out. As soon as there are 2
I'm
low
not
cards
playing
on
with
the
them
board, you
anymore.
got
I've tried my best. I'm not playing with them anymore. They're not allowed.
Wow, we reached the next level.
You're too good. You Germans are too good. You work too
But
hard.
I'm not kind of.
You play good hands. It's just too difficult.
It's funny because this sort of talk is sort of talk that Rob used to make about salmon games.
Very important about them that they play in my casino.
Yeah, they're very good.
This is very
Do you
important.
know it's a new land?
And I take the commission, right?
4 bullets. Yesterday, today.
Yes.
All yours.
Leon, do you know that it's on you?
I know.
You know.
No, unfortunately. I know, unfortunately. That's not an easy call.
What do you think Rob's going to do? He has
This is
to
the thing.
kinda peel one off,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I said this is. I don't want to try and guess. I don't want to think quite this long with 10-8.
Well, they're thinking at some point he has to have a hand that he's raised with that he can't just call a jam with.
No, I don't know.
Now it's
I'm all in.
Wow! Whoa!
Oh my god.
Wow!
And this is...
This is
Wow.
in comes
Big time.
Stefan.
Yeah, no, I mean...
The biggest pot of the night. 353,000 euros.
Nah, I think you're screwed. You've hit too many flops tonight. I fancy the 10-8. 6 is 7.
Oh, do you almost feel it?
Ooh, 7.
Oh, it's like having a rap in Omaha.
Gotta be the river, right?
He's going to be a massive winner. What's in this pot? This is the biggest pot of the night.
Yeah, 353.
8, 9, and 10.
Let's look on. Let's look in his.
Sontheimer too lucky.
Wow. I don't know. That felt really weird to me. I don't know. I thought Steffen was destined for the Ducks.
That flop.
Some way to end the night, huh?
I wouldn't have done that if I,
Of course not.
if I hadn't said you can't go all in, you wouldn't have done it, would you?
Wow.
Finishing not with a whimper, but a bang. The biggest Holdem pot of the night was the last Holdem pot of the night. And just like that, Steffen Sontheimer leaves this casino 308,000 euros richer than when he walked in. Hello. Sontheimer's profit dwarfs the others, but it's worth noting that Philipp Gruissem made his money in little over an hour, and Sam Trickett was staring a big loss in the face at one point, especially when combined with his Omaha result, but clawed himself back up to a 40K profit in this Holdem leg at least. Also not on that list, Trash Can Ash Can Fatahi, who cashed out some time ago for a 135,000 euro profit. An evening to remember for Steffen Sontheimer, and a big game to live long in the memories for all of us, perhaps. Kudos to the big winners, of course, but hats off to them all for putting it on the line here in Razvedov, winning with grace,
Champagne for the casino.
losing with dignity.
I'm going to the bar. Like.
It's been fun, and we'll do it again soon. Keep them peeled for the next Party Poker Live big game, and we'll see you at the tables.